1965 was a pretty dry year. The creeks were stopped, cattle were looking for feed.
The few weeks beforehand there was fires burning to the north, and you could just about read the newspaper because of the flare-ups. It was so bright.
On the 3rd of March, a fire started up at Blanket Hill at Glenmaggie.
Had a D7 bulldozer, floated it over to where the Green Hill Road leaves the 3-chain road. I don't know what I was supposed to do, but I was sent up there anyway. Everybody's coming pouring out of the bush. Get back, no good, got to get out. So I headed down past the Newry golf course and down onto the Bairnsdale Newry Road, and it went roaring through above the golf course.
It came out into the open country at Newry. It was just all over the paddock, just like red water. At our home place, we saved that place, and my father and another bloke saved the mill. And we looked across to their next door neighbour, and we thought, well, they're gone. That's the end of them. And when it all cleared, they were there, and we were they're there, and it never happened.
I was a young mother of three small children, and my husband was captain of the fire brigade and left me with explicit instructions. We didn't have town water at the time. The fire had been coming for weeks, and I saved the washing water, and I had buckets, and we had mops and bags and rags and things in these buckets.
All the north and west side of Briagolong was wheat stubble. Well, you know what wheat stubble does in fires. So I just packed the 2 kids up.
I had the wife and kids here, and I put them in the car and they headed off to Mafra. It wasn't the most sensible thing to do at the time because they ran into the fire going up Foster's Hill. Old Billy was sitting on the front veranda with a pot of beer beside him. "Get out of town, Bill, come on, come on." "No, I won't be bothered to get going out. Give me another pot of beer and I'll be right." Coogee Short went out with the old K5 International fire truck to see where the fire was. So by the time he turned the old Int around on the Marathon Road corner and got back to the bridge, the fire had beaten him to the bridge. It went across Landis paddock. It was spiralling higher than the gum trees. The man that really saved the town was Gavin Johnson, Spot Johnson. Apparently the fire had jumped the Freestone Creek, and it was in the dry grass on the town side of the creek. And Spot went around with the grader and put a break in and put those spot fires out.
Went through the back, came around to Freeman's Lane. We saw some of the houses burn, we saw the abattoir burn, because we could see it from the front gate.
On the Friday night, looking out towards the east, bloody fire was trickling up Boundary Road after dark.
It burnt what we call the Delta Bridge. That's over the Freestone on the road between Valencia and Briagolong. The sawmill on the Dargo Road just out of Briagolong.
Branford's lost their house, and that changed their life, of course. Smiths had the fire go through theirs. They saved the house. Murray's were share farming over where at Blythewood, where Landys have now. They did save the house and everything. I know Luffs had it go through their place. Went through the garden, the whole house. They fought like, demons really to save their place, and they did. So, I think people were wonderful what they did. I remember going for a drive afterwards, and I just remember seeing the devastation there. It was really sad. I think the people of Briagolong are fairly tough. I think they just got on and fixed everything up as they could, but of course it's deeply etched in their memory, in people's memories. I think that'll never go. It gives you a very strong awareness of what fire can do.